Hey guys, it's Monday, 8:24 p.m. I wanted to make a little video since I haven't made one in a few days, and I wanted to touch a few subjects. One of them is what's going on in New York with occupying Wall Street. It's uh, it's great to see the youth coming together and really trying to fight against the system. I say it's about time. I mean, it's things have been going on for a while now that most people have been dead asleep to and kind of like ignoring it. And I guess all the things that have been happening is finally catching up. Um, it's time that people realize that this whole capitalistic system that we live in is based on lies. And they've dangled a little carrot stick and they've placed you in a classroom from the time you're in kindergarten to brainwash you with things that they want you to believe, which are based on all lies, including our history, because they've been preparing you for slavehood. Okay, well, most slaves are waking up now and they're realizing, wait a minute, this ain't right. It's like we're being pimped. And the government has been bought. And this whole military complex has been placed all over the world because they're just taking over everything and trying to create their one world government. And all the countries are being leached by this cancer. And it's time to put an end to it. It's time to stop it. I don't know if this occupying Wall Street is going to do anything, if it's going to get bigger, and I hope it does. I hope it does, and I hope that they don't play one group against the other, because that's the way they've done it all throughout. Divide so they could conquer. And we need to realize whether we have certain beliefs that are similar or different, we need to stick together. Because if not, we're going to end up fighting each other and deceiving the whole purpose. I already see it happening. I've been listening to some of the videos of Alex Jones, and he's trying to say that this occupying Wall Street is all set up by the bankers themselves. Because, he doesn't agree with some of the requests that they're making and things like that. So, I can see it happening already. I see that something's going on so that they could put people against each other so that it fizzles. These people are very bright and they know exactly what they're doing, and they have little key players throughout. I personally don't trust Alex Jones very much. I listen to some of the things he says, but I do not trust him. Nor do I trust anybody in this system. It's very corrupt. My hopes and wishes is that we go back to tribal ways, the noble, loving ways, the way of Gaia, honoring Mother Earth. And there is going to be a big change coming around in our world. We're already seeing it. An alignment is taking place that will literally turn our worlds upside down. And if we continue to fight about the petty stuff and continue to worry about the petty things, we're going to be in major trouble. Major trouble, because this is all about uniting as a species and coming together, because the going is going to get very rough, folks. Extremely, extremely rough. Well, on another note, personal note, I started taking some DHEA Cream because I started noticing, my skin is getting a little like dry, and I have no hormones. And I have no ovaries, so I have no way of producing anything except with my adrenal glands and my pituitary glands. But I'm noticing that the days that I really train hard, and I'm training really, really hard, I'm seeing myself get bigger, and, I don't know, I just think for someone who doesn't have any hormones, my muscularity is pretty decent there. But I get very tired, and I'm putting a lot of strain on my adrenal glands, so I've got to give something to support my adrenal glands. So I started a few days ago, DHEA Cream, and I'm not fond of this cream because it's not natural, but I figured let me try it, and even if I have to cycle, maybe take it 3 months on, 3 months off, like that, just to kind of give my adrenals a little break. And I also started on these pills. They're called, let me bring them out to you. It's called Muscle Mass from Source Natural. I don't know if you can see that there. And you take these, I take it at night. I guess it almost like stimulates your natural production of growth hormones or something of that nature. I mean, I'm trying it, you know. But I don't want to be on these things for long. I just like, I'm noticing a little low, and I figure I need to try something a little different. And I do that often. I like to test things out, and it's not just for me, it's like for the future generation of individuals who decide to start taking testosterone. And especially for those that don't have ovaries, that had a hysterectomy, and so you have no production. So I'm just playing with things and seeing how it goes. I'm also cutting down some of my workouts because I think I was working out a little bit too much. Excuse me. I was working out 5 days a week, weight training. I'm cutting that down to 4. And I was running 5 days a week. I'm going to do the long distance, the 7 miles, 3 days a week, and then 1 day in the gym on the treadmill working on speed. So, and then on Tuesdays, and running will be Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and the treadmill on the gym on Saturday. Then Tuesdays and Thursdays I'll ride my bike and do the rebounder and stretches and things like that, keeping it simple, not as intense as I've been doing it, because I think I've been overtraining, and more of my overtraining is coming from trying to deal with the pain of my separation and all that stuff. It keeps my head in the right place, put it that way. As far as the DHEA cream, I can't really tell much of anything yet. It's only been like 3 days. We'll see. I guess it takes a good few weeks before you really start noticing anything. The key with DHEA is not to take a heavy dose, because it does convert into estrogen, or it can convert into excess testosterone. And you want to keep a nice level of hormones, not too much, not too little, because that's when we get ourselves into trouble. It's the spikes, and the body doesn't like that. Doesn't like spikes at all. Doesn't like excess of anything, because then the receptors get oversaturated, and that's when problems kick in. That's when cancer and tumors and all these things start to happen. So the key is to listen to your body. I've been trying to drink a lot of water, because that also, the flushing. I've also noticed that after the mercury filling removal, I'm starting to get my leaky gut syndrome again, and I think some of the mercury might have leached out a bit, so my stomach kind of like is becoming, when you have leaky gut, you kind of like get like a little bit of protrusion. I don't know if you can see that there, you know, and it's annoying, because you almost feel like your gut's being pushed out. And, you know, it's something I suffered all my life, and when I became a raw vegan, it went away. Well, when I did the mercury removal, I noticed it came back. And I think the mercury initially was what caused the leaky gut, because that's one of the things that mercury causes. It's irritable bowel and all sorts of GI problems. So I'm hoping with time it all clears out. I've been using the sauna 3 times a week to try to expel stuff out, you know, and I'll see, you know, I'll see what happens. I'll do trial and error and see, be my own guinea pig, and see how things go. That's about it for now. I'll report any changes as time goes on. I think I want to try to let my hair grow again. I don't know, I have this dream that I like to be able to have nice, curly, long hair up to here again, you know. But I'll see. I don't know. Anyway, guys, hope you're having a great evening and had a great weekend. Love you guys, but remember to always love yourselves too. Bye-bye.